Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Well, it's been well chronicled all week what the Giants have to overcome today, but the Atlanta Falcons have their own issues to overcome. At home on Monday night, going on the road, it's tough to win. The numbers say so. Double trouble having just played the Philadelphia Eagles, the pace of play. And oh yeah, the Giants have never started the season 0-2 in 3 straight years. And so a lot of challenges, Kevin, for the Atlanta Falcons as well.
Yeah, sure is. Tom Coughlin, 20th season as an NFL coach. This is the 12th here. Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator, won a Super Bowl with Seattle, first head coaching job. And no Devin Hester today. He's missed the first 2 games now with a toe injury, so that's a big weapon out for Atlanta. And so Eric Weems will do the returning today. He has taken one back for a touchdown in his career. Josh Brown kicks it off, and here we go on a fantastic Sunday in northern New Jersey. And Weems will take it out. Weems taken down well beyond for the 20, and the ball. I wonder if that came out there. No, it did not, but he got shoved backwards. So the Falcons start deep in their own territory. And that's where we'll see Matt Ryan, 30 years old in his 8th season, and he's been a terrific player. 4 straight years over 4,000 yards passing.
And Kevin, what struck me in week 1, this system's a perfect fit for what Matt Ryan does best. They're going to run the football. They're going to go the hard play action off that running game, and that's something Matt Ryan does at the highest level.
Tevin Coleman is the rookie running back out of Indiana. And they're going to throw it first. Julio Jones gets hit immediately by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Jones led the NFC in receiving last year and had a big game on Monday. So these Atlanta Falcons come in 1-0. And their new coach, Dan Quinn, his mantra, what he told us the other day, toughness, effort, and finish. Where's Julio? John will explain. Falcons are moving him all over the field, and he's tough to track. There he is right there, number 11. And Dan's new defense, they were worse in the league last year. How will he change it this year? To throw on second, over the middle, incomplete. Prince Amukamara on the coverage, and it'll be a 3rd down and 8.
Well, Julio Jones was such a focus last week with the 11 catches. Kyle Shanahan did a tremendous job putting him all over the field. This offense also benefits Roddy White. In his 11th year, this offense with the play action helps get separation, but no separation there as Prince Amukamara all over him.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie went off the field after that first tackle, John. Not on the field now. Jaron Hosley, number 28 is. 3rd down. Blitz. Ryan gets rid of it, and he's going far side to Tammy, the tight end. Let's see where the spot is. Going to be close. And it looks from here like he will be short, but let's see. And no, he has enough, so it'll be a 1st down to the tight end, Tammy.
Well, Kevin, you called it. They bring the nickel blitz, and Matt Ryan throws to the hot route. Jacob Tammy in the flat. Brandon Merriweather with a nice tackle, but not soon enough as Tammy stretches forward for the 1st down.
John, you talked about this system with Matt Ryan. It's new this year because they bring in Kyle Shanahan, who is the new offensive coordinator coming in. And that's why things are a lot different. Throw it again. And there is Julio Jones, tackled immediately right at the 30. It was Hosley on the coverage. So Shanahan, who was with the Browns last year, his first year in Atlanta, and you know him well.
I do, and I think, you know, it's just Dan Quinn went out, and I think he found the right guy for the job. You want to get a guy who features your players in the right way, and the system that Kyle Shanahan, the zone running, we're going to see 2 young running backs in Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman, and then some real explosive players at the wide receiver position in Julio Jones and Roddy White.
Here's Coleman's first carry, and he puts his head down up the middle for not much. Giants played that well. The Giants, you know, their run defense was an issue. They gave 135 yards a game last year, 30th in the league.
Kevin, you mentioned Rodgers-Cromartie going to the sidelines. That would be an enormous loss in this week because Julio Jones is a handful when you're at full strength. Without your top corner, it's double.
Julio Jones, top of your screen on a 3rd and 3. Low snap, blitz again. There's Jones. Catch in traffic, and he's got a 1st down. Jones is out to the 42. Amukamara on the coverage, but a 9-yard pickup.
Well, it's scary to say, but Julio Jones, he's even better this year. Watch this release. You see his strength, his big body at 6'3" and 225 pounds, able to get between Prince Amukamara and the ball. Julio Jones is a real handful to cover.
From the 42, pitch to Coleman. And he slips and falls down for no gain. J.T. Thomas, free agent from the Jaguars, comes over. Jones, we talked to him yesterday, John, and I was kind of incredulous that he said this, but he was serious. He said, people say I had a great season last year, but I didn't feel I did a great job. He had 1,500 yards receiving.
Expectations, man. He wants to be the best, and that's something I really admire about him. As successful as he's been, he wants to be even better. And there's Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie working that right shoulder out.
Second and 10. Quick hit over the middle. There's Hankerson, who came over from the Redskins, and he's up near the marker. That should be enough for another Atlanta first down.
And really something interesting, you know, we talk about Julio Jones and Roddy White. Kyle Shanahan last night said Leonard Hankerson has to be big for us. We don't see him as a number 3. We really see him as a 2B. He right there along with Roddy White. They want to limit Roddy White's reps in year 11 so that he can stay healthy throughout the course of the season.
There is Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie working on that arm, that elbow. To keep an eye on it. 9th play of the drive already for Atlanta. They faked the run, pressure, and Tammy fell down, incomplete. Let's look at the first play, and this is a tackle that DRC made and then left after it.
Well, they threw the quick bubble screen. Rodgers-Cromartie does a nice job of aiding the block. Doesn't look like much, but that right shoulder is what he's ailing with on the sidelines, and I just can't speak enough as to what a critical loss that would be. Remember, already the Giants defense without John Beeson, Jason Pierre-Paul before the season with the firework incidents. These guys are down and banged up early in the season.
Second and 10 to get to Jones again. Nice move, and gang tackled inside the 45. So that'll bring up a third down. Got a nice block from Levine Toilolo. John, you know, you look at the Giants start last week against Dallas. Dallas had a 17-play drive to start the game. Here, this is the 11th play of this drive already for Atlanta.
And this is a good sign for the New York Giants, because Steve Spagnuolo, the coordinator, talked about last week we just couldn't get in those 3rd and long situations. Here we are with a 3rd and 6 early. Much easier to get off the field on these 3rd and long situations.
Ryan going far side. Looks like it was tipped at the line and incomplete. Robert Ayers got a hand on it, and the Giants hold. Falcons will punt.
If there was a standout player for the Giants in week 1, watch his left hand come up. He's a very versatile player, is Robert Ayers, and a guy who's really coming into his own in his 7th year in the league, has really emerged as a part of the New York Giants, and really their best player on defense in my mind right now.
Matt Bosher will punt it away. Dwayne Harris back to receive. Bosher was fantastic for the Falcons last week. He got knocked down, no flag, and this punt goes into the end zone. So good results for the Giants. No penalty, into the end zone, and they will start it off on their own 20. Falcons move the ball, but the Giants hold. Now their turn on offense when we come back.
Today's game is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
I'll just say it. Giants have their first possession. No score early in the first quarter. Eli Manning under center. And they're going to run it. This is Rashad Jennings over the right side. And he gets across the 25 to the 26. So a good run on first down, picking up a little over 5. As Eli Manning in his 12th year, fresh off a new $84 million contract. And this is pretty impressive. He and Tom Coughlin, 99 career wins.
A couple Super Bowls, a couple Super Bowl MVPs in there for Eli. For the debacle in Dallas and all the negativity that sometimes surrounds him, he's been a very successful quarterback here.
Looking near side, coming, and there is Odell Beckham Jr. He's got a first down. Out to the 34, Robert Alford on the coverage, but that's a gain of 7.
Well, we mentioned where's Julio earlier. The Falcons are saying where's Odell, because Ben McAdoo does a nice job of moving him all around the field. I think the critical thing today, Odell Beckham's going to show up. He does every week. Who else is going to come to the party for Eli Manning and the Giants offense?
First down draw. Jennings, big hole, shoulder down, and he's out to the 38. Giants tempo early on, very fast, John.
You know, you're thinking, Kevin, we mentioned earlier, coming off a short week having played the Philadelphia Eagles, not a bad idea to go a lot of tempo. This is a tired football team on a short week. A lot of plays versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I think smart to come out with the tempo.
2nd and 5. Give to Jennings, and he goes backwards. Wow, the Falcons, a tremendous push. Jonathan Babineau, the guy that blew it all up.
Jonathan Babineau, quick football player, disruptive player, who's never really came into his own under Mike Smith's defense. They're very hopeful that that talent that he's shown over the year can come to fruition on the field in terms of production this year in Dan Quinn's new defense.
3rd and 9. Time for Manning. Near side. Good catch by Beckham right at the marker. Should be enough for first down, but let's see where they place it.
All about the spot. You're right, Kevin. Right there. You see the explosive route by Beckham getting Alford to turn his hips, and then the way he plucks the football, those huge hands, and they do give him the first down.
And the Giants continuing to hurry up. John, as you called, they played this Eagles team, and they were on the field a lot. They got tired in the second half Monday night. And the Giants have their foot on the gas pedal early on a 1st and 10. We get our first whistle of the day.
False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Giants move on back. That's on Eric Flowers, the rookie left tackle. So for Tom Coughlin's Giants, trying to overcome that disaster in Dallas where they handed the game to the Cowboys, bad clock management, see if they can do it. Beckham Jr. and who else? They need someone to step up, as John pointed out. And then the defense, for all the talk that was on the offense, John, the defense led 150 yards to Dallas the last 2 drives. They've got to do better than that, and they know it.
What did Tom Coughlin say, like a knife through butter?
Yeah. You don't want to say that about your own team. And movement again. Looks like the right side of the Giants line. Brad Allen is our referee today. 2nd year in the league for Brad. Eli Manning trying to direct Brad with the call.
It's communication, right?
There's a lot of discussion here. Let's take a look.
You clearly see Phillip Adams in the neutral zone, and Newhouse responds.
Neutral zone infraction, number 20. Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Good call, John. So the Giants get that penalty back, and it'll move back to a 1st and 10. Shane Vereen remains in the backfield now for the last couple plays. They brought him over from the Patriots. He is a weapon as a receiver out of the backfield. That's Donnell in motion, the tight end. Here's Vereen on the carry. Tries to cut it up, nothing there. Falcons played it well, and he's going to lose yards. Justin Durant, free agent linebacker. He's there on the stop. Falcons made some changes here. Obviously a new defense under the head coach Dan Quinn, but they brought in Durant. They brought in O'Brien Schofield. That's Vic Beasley, number 44, their #1 draft pick, a pass rusher out of Clemson. So they've added some talent, some different bodies here on a defense that was last in the NFL last season.
All those guys you mentioned, Kevin, speed is what they bring as their foremost athletic trait, and they needed more speed on this defense.
2nd and 12. Manning, that's Vereen, slips. Short gain, going to be a 3rd and long.
And there's Justin Durant right there, an example of that speed. You're going against Shane Vereen, probably the best pass-catching running back in the NFL, and Durant all over him.
Ben McAdoo's 2nd season as Giants offensive coordinator. And there's a lot of controversy around he and everybody else with the communication failures in Dallas. A new offense for Eli Manning last year. 3rd and 10. Over the middle, knocked away. He threw it into traffic looking for Jerome Cunningham, but William Moore, who delivers hard hits, came there.
Well, this is good defense, swarming defense. Jerome Cunningham filling in for Daniel Fells, who's not really a household name, but a very important player for the New York Giants. He's inactive with a foot injury that he hurt versus Dallas. Cunningham's called upon, and he doesn't deliver.
Here's Brad Wing, the punter, who was great last week in his Giants debut. And we get a flag. Steve Weatherford, who was hugely popular with the Giants, had a great run here, was let go.
False start. Offense number 49. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
And they brought in Wing. Tom Coughlin likes the directional kicking Wing. Very good at least in week 1. And Weatherford, it was an interesting situation. So much respect from the Giants. And then Weatherford made a video thanking the Giants. It was all class. It really was. So here's Weems again. No Devin Hester. He's hurt today. High sailing towards the sideline, and Weems has to call fair catch. So the Falcons take over. Julio Jones already has 4 receptions in this game. We're scoreless in the first quarter from MetLife.
Today's game is sponsored by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
4:53 to go. First quarter from MetLife Stadium. Scoreless game. Second possession for the Falcons, and that guy, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, made a tackle on the first play and has been out ever since. Giants #1 cornerback with the Falcons. Then a throw. Ryan in trouble, dumps it off. Incomplete. Let's go down the sidelines with Pam Oliver.
Well, Kevin, turning the page on that Dallas debacle was not swift nor easy for the New York Giants. By midweek, they were having to nudge the media along, who only wanted to talk about what happened in Dallas as opposed to what to expect today against Atlanta. Well, tons of things came from that in terms of what messages to take. One of them for the Giants was communication. Another one was finishing. Now, finishing is also a word that applies right now to Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. The Giants cornerback suffered a stinger. He was downgraded from probable to questionable. And we'll get back with you when we know more about him. Back to you.
That's interesting. Thanks, Pam. Meanwhile, that's Tevin Coleman. What a nice run. Devon Kennard brought him down. But a good pickup, 9 yards from Coleman. So with Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie out, John, now questionable, as Pam said, how much does that change the Giants against Julio Jones?
Well, it's big. Look, this is a team that struggles to generate a pass rush to start with. And so when you struggle to do that, you've got to bring pressure. When you bring pressure, it puts pressure on your corners. And you're going against, oh yeah, maybe the best receiver in football in that guy, Julio Jones.
3rd and 1, they'll pitch it. Coleman, first down, dives across to the 30. He's got a 6-yard gain. So Coleman, they've got a Coleman seems to be the lead back. You know, they drafted him in the 3rd round out of Indiana. They like Devontae Freeman in his 2nd year from Florida State, who may be more of a pass catching back. He's in the game right now, number 24. They've got this 2-back thing going, and it seems like it could really work for the Falcons. On a first down, a quick throw. Jones, another catch, staying on his feet, and Julio Jones has a first down.
And Kevin, they did this a lot. They're going to load the box to stop the run. We're just going to pop it out to Julio. And you look at this, it doesn't look like much, but because Julio's so talented, such a long strider, that's 11 yards right there. That's big chunks of yardage. They just want the ball in 11's hands, and they're smart to do so.
He's got 5 catches already, John. I mean, you talked about it, moving him around, getting involved. And those plays, Matt Ryan said, you know, it doesn't look like much, but it actually takes a lot of touch to get it out there. Fake the run, play pass. DeMarco, the fullback, down the seam, and he's got a first down all the way down to the Giants' 40. It's a gain of 19.
Now watch Patrick DeMarco. He's going to come right down the pipe from the fullback position. That's tough because it looks like a run play. Matt Ryan, the nice play action. It draws up Unagi, and he pops it right behind the linebacker. Great execution by this Atlanta Falcons offense.
The Tampa 2-beater, John, right there. Right down that seam. First down. Another pass. Jones, 6 reception. Julio Jones. We saw him on the left. We move him to the right. And the same result as the Falcons on the move.
You know, we've seen him at the left one outside. We've seen him at the right outside. Now you put him in the slot. These simple bubble screens. Just get the ball in his hands. There's another 12 yards. He eats up yardage with these long strides. Such a talented football player.
Another first down for Atlanta from the Giant 27. Another quick throw dropped by Leonard Hankerson. Well, a couple plays ago, we saw the play pass work beautifully for Atlanta on that throw to DeMarco. John, one thing about Atlanta, you know, you go back to the days of Michael Turner when they did run the ball. They haven't. Look at the last 2 years. They just have not run it at all. But last week, 50-50 split, and that allows that play pass, doesn't it?
Well, the play action only clearly works when you establish the run or have the threat of the run. Today they're going with the pass, but remember, a lot of those passes are beyond the line of scrimmage. That might as well be an extension of the run game.
2 running backs in now, Coleman and Freeman. That's Coleman going out wide. Blitz. Ryan gets hit incomplete. Good pressure there from Devon Kennard. Our first game break of the day. Let's check in with Mike Hill in L.A.
All right, guys, Cards and the Bears. After the Bears gave up a touchdown on the opening kickoff, here they are answering Jay Cutler to Josh Bellamy, 48 yards, 7-7 in the first. Kevin and John. Back.
All right, Mike, thanks. 7-7 game. 3rd down and 10.
Julio Jones inside.
Matt Ryan on the run. Good throw. And he's got a completion and a first down to Jacob Tamme.
A very underrated part of Matt Ryan's game is his athleticism. It's something he's worked on. Watch him work the pocket. He's looking downfield. Nothing there. He gets flushed, sees a big lane, and then Tamme, the veteran tight end in his 8th year, finds the open space, and Matt Ryan delivers a strike for the first down.
10th play of the drive for Atlanta. From the 14, draw to Coleman, and Coleman's going to get 1.5 to 2 there before Kerry Wynn shut him down. You mentioned key, you know, for the Giants, no John Beeson again as their leader, as their middle linebacker that's out. Now Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie out. Jason Pierre-Paul, if you haven't followed this drama in New York, he had a 4th of July firework incident. He's got a finger that's no longer there, and there's a whole mess situation with him. So he's not even on the roster right now. So the Giants shorthanded here on defense. 2nd and 8. In trouble. Coleman's open. Ryan couldn't get there. Good pressure coming from Devon Kennard, who's been very active early.
Kevin, I think you make an important point. I mean, you're talking about the Giants defense at the heart at all 3 levels. Jason Pierre-Paul not there. That affects your pass rush where it all starts. John Beeson, the guy that lines this defense up, the leader in the middle. Now in the back end with Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Tough sledding for a defense playing without 3 of their bell cow players. Julio Jones up top.
3rd and 8. 3-man rush over the middle. Caught! Hankerson! Touchdown!
Well, you run a combination of Julio underneath, and then you run Hankerson down the seam. Watch the attention. 38 goes to Julio. It opens the seam right up for Leonard Hankerson. So sometimes your best player draws so much attention. It's now upon Hankerson to make the play, and he certainly delivers.
They're looking at it. The question is, did he get in?
I think he's a little short there, Kev. It doesn't look like that ball got in.
Hard, yeah. Right where the ball was going down when his knee hit it. I would say you're right.
Right knee down, ball not in. I think that will come back to the 1-inch line.
That'll be a first down, though. That was not a 3rd and goal situation, so that will be a 1st and goal from the 1 if they do indeed mark it there.
And interesting, in talking to Kyle Shanahan, he pointed out Hankerson's a guy that's going to have to emerge. We see him as a 2B receiver, and he looked like a 2B receiver right there.
Of a touchdown is under further review.
They're going to look at it more, and we will take a break while they do. Falcons touchdown pending when we return.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Chevrolet. Find new roads. And by DraftKings. Free 1-week fantasy football at DraftKings.com.
John, we're taking a look not only if he scored, but if it's a catch here.
Well, remember, when you go under the booth, everything becomes reviewable. Now, that ball does come loose. It looks short to me. The question is, and it's become the case so often, is it enough?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field has been changed. The ball was short of the goal line. Therefore, we will put the ball at the 6-inch mark. 1st and goal from the 6-inch mark. The game clock will start on my signal.
So a definitive call by Brad Allen on the 6-inch mark. You know, the good news is they didn't score a touchdown. Bad news, 1st and goal from the 6-inch mark. So Hankerson denied his first touchdown since 2013.
This is something this Giants D did well last week, though. They bent a whole lot, but they didn't break very often. Dallas didn't get in that end zone until the end.
Thirteenth play of the drive. Coleman cuts in there, touchdown. So it took one extra play, but Coleman gets in there, and that is his first NFL score.
Well, you watch the fullback, number 42, Patrick DeMarco. You're going to see him. Now, he's the eyes of the running back. He's going to come seal and kick out the edge player, Landon Collins, and Tevin Coleman just getting right behind that fullback, waiting. There's that one cut that they talk about in this offense. Stick the foot in the ground, get north and south. That's exactly what Tevin Coleman does for the touchdown.
Now here is the extra points. And again, if you missed last week, the new rule is set from the 15, so it's a 33-yard extra point attempt. And here's where it gets interesting: a penalty. If it's on Atlanta, now you're looking at a 43-yard field goal for an extra point.
And conversely, if it's on New York, now you got to think maybe we go for 2. We move it up half the distance.
False start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. We will retry.
All right, so that'll be a 38-yarder now. That's penalty on Ryan Schrader, the right tackle. And, you know, a long drive by the Falcons. Just one other note on the extra point. If you're thinking, okay, what's the big deal? It's still an easy kick. Last year in the NFL, 8 total missed extra points. Last week, 4.
The good news is if you're the Atlanta Falcons, you got Matt Bryant, one of the best kickers in the NFL, ready to
try and put this one up, and he bends it in. So the Falcons, after a big drive, 13 plays, get the game's first score. Lead the Giants 7-0 here in the first. Tevin Coleman, the rookie, number 26, his first NFL touchdown on the 1-yard run. Jacob Tammy, number 83, big catch on 3rd down, and a long drive. 13 plays for the Falcons. 2 drives. Falcons have put together long drives against this Giants defense. There's Bosher to kick it off. Dwayne Harris thinking about it. He's going to come on out. Harris has a seam, slips down and falls. Bosher got down there to really make that happen and make them slip, otherwise he could have gone all the way. The notorious Conor McGregor is back. He's taking over an all-new season of The Ultimate Fighter.
They call me an instigator. What the? A troublemaker. A wild card and a rebel. Don't get back like a... So don't miss an all-new Ultimate Fighter Wednesdays, only on FS1.
All right, Giants second possession, 1st down. They're on 35. See if they keep the up-tempo going. A little pitch to Jennings. Looking for a seam, not much. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter. Paul Werlow was there along with a couple of others, and that may take us down to the end of first. Let's see, the Giants are hurrying here.
You know, an interesting observation, Kevin. We've seen about 3 Giants slip. This is their home field. It hasn't been raining. It's a artificial turf, but they got to get their footing right. We saw Harris on that kickoff return.
The Giants get all set up, but they don't get a playoff, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So the Falcons strike first on the Coleman touchdown. After one from MetLife, Atlanta 7, New York nothing. Tom Coughlin, tough week for him. We know that, right? I mean, here he is after that loss in Dallas, and took a lot of criticism. He said, hey, put the target on my back. 2nd and 9 for the Giants. We start the second quarter. Late blitz picked up. Manning off his back foot, going for Beckham. Makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. John, I just want to go back to Coughlin. I think, you know, when you see him in the press conferences and stuff, you don't really get to see him. We sat with him for a good 25 minutes the other day, and if you think he put the Cowboy game behind him, you're wrong.
Well, I think he had a little opportunity to vent, and, you know, I had been there, sleepless nights after a tough loss, and, you know, the other thing he said, Kevin, is we need to score on offense. Remember, 2 of those touchdowns last week happened from the defense. We need these big plays. Last year they were averaging about 10 big plays per game. They had 3 last week as to how they chart the big plays. They need some explosion from this offense.
3rd and 9. Manning, far side. Beckham didn't even see it, but somehow caught it, and he's got a first down. Unless they say he stepped out of bounds. Where's the mark? No, he's got it.
It's when you just marvel at the athleticism and concentration and hand-eye of Odell Beckham. And oh yeah, it helps to have 15-inch hands. They're some of the biggest hands in football. He makes ridiculous catches. But what a young receiver. Just burst onto the scene in his 13 games last year with incredible production.
Andre Williams on for the first time. 2nd year back out of Boston College.
118.
Williams gets the carry, and he takes a vicious hit. William Moore delivered it.
Now you got to love this. William Moore down in the box. This is how you play strong safety. William Moore's at the top of the screen. He's reading it like a linebacker. And this is how you finish a play. You come, you get low, you explode up and through. And hello, Andre Williams. Meet William Moore. My goodness. Wow. Inside the box, no helmet-to-helmet contact. That's a legal play and a darn good play by William Moore.
2nd and 8 now after the 2-yard gain. And they'll give it again and across the 50. It's Ricardo Allen, who he's a fascinating story for Dan Quinn in Atlanta, a guy that was drafted last year as a cornerback out of Purdue, then was cut, picked up on the practice squad, and then Dan Quinn said, hey, we're going to make you our starting free safety.
Yeah, we need an Earl Thomas. And they look for a guy with a similar body type. They tried him there in the first minicamp, and he hasn't moved since. An incredibly smart young man. Just a joy to talk to. He got the game ball last week. Going to give it to his mom.
3rd down and 4 for the Giants. 4-man rush. Manning steps up, going deep. What a grab! And he's got it. Odell Beckham. It's a gain of 26.
Well, there's those explosive plays that Tom Coughlin was asking for. You can't throw the football any better, and what a tremendous catch again from Odell Beckham. You put it in his vicinity, he's going to bring it in.
Giants will hurry it up. Coming near side, Vereen, and he has nowhere to go. O'Brien Schofield just blew that play up, and Vereen is going to lose. So we've seen Odell Beckham involved. He's got 4 catches for 53 yards. He's been great so far. Here, the evidence. Question is what Tom Coughlin told us of the day. Who else?
Yeah. Right now, Ruben Randle, you know, he's doing what Ruben Randle does. He shows the talent, but he kind of just goes quiet for large segments of games. Victor Cruz hasn't been healthy. He hasn't been on the field since August 17th. They need somebody else in this offense, be it Vereen, be it Ruben Randle, Preston Parker, Dwayne Harris, their kick returner. They're giving him a chance. Someone else has to show up.
2nd and 16. Manning's going to dump it off. There's Vereen. Good cut, and Vereen is down to the 20. He's going to pick up 9 yards for Moore knocked him down. And that is a reasonable third down now and an opportunity for them.
It was interesting talking to Eli Manning about Shane Vereen. He said, look, we all have to adjust. I've never played with a back that's so talented out of the backfield as a receiver. And so Ben McAdoo as well, having him as the #1 option at times, that's an adjustment for us. We're getting used to it, but we have to figure it out because he is a weapon.
3rd and 7. Four-man pressure. Manning's got all day. He's going to try and run it, and he's going to come up short of the first down. Paul Werlow made sure that Manning did not get there. He's down to the 15, about 1.5 yards shy. And now is Tom Coughlin feeling aggressive? Looks like he is.
You know, and look, you're coming off a tough loss, and you're trying. You said you need points. I think you take the points. I think you kick the field goal. You know, I just think points are so critical. You got to get them when you can. Tom Coughlin, Ben McAdoo choosing to be aggressive.
4th and 2. They bring in an extra lineman in John Jerry. Play clock at 1. Get it off. And a big first down, but get a flag too. So hang on. Jennings got the first down to the 10. But let's see what the penalty is.
Looks like it's going to be on the Giants, either illegal formation or false start.
Illegal motion, number 17, offense, never came set. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Well, Dwayne Harris is a kick returner that they're putting in on offense. You see, he never is set. You have to set yourself. You have to establish yourself. And the mistakes, there he is. The mistakes have just been killing the New York Giants thus far this year.
You have to set for a full second. Clearly, you see he just got to that set and then he moved forward. So instead of a 1st and goal, it's 10, John. Now you're going to try a 38-yard field goal with Josh Brown. 35 years old. He's been very consistent as a Giant. You see 91%. That's Paul Werlow, middle linebacker, banged up a little bit. 38-yarder, hooks on in there. And so the Giants on the board. They miss a 4th down conversion because of the penalty, but they get the field goal because of this. Odell Beckham, 7-3, Atlanta.
Well, look at that 4th down play again. Miscommunication and bad clock management. Eli Manning trying to get Dwayne Harris set on the line of scrimmage. He's not set, but they only get up to the ball with 9 seconds left. If you're going to make the decision of go for it on 4th down, do it soon enough so you don't put yourself in those situations.
Or call a timeout and get set, one or the other. And so they waste an opportunity and they settle for the field goal. Now the Falcons will get the ball for their 3rd possession coming on up with 10:06 to go in the half. That's of concern. That's their middle linebacker, Paul Werlow. We'll watch him. Eli Manning disgusted. He knows they left an opportunity out there.
Today's game is sponsored by the Lincoln Motor Company and the entirely new Lincoln MKX. And by Samsung, introducing the new Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus and the new Galaxy Note 5.
7-3 Falcons lead here in the 2nd quarter, their 3rd possession. And they start on their own 20. Coming near side of Coleman, and Coleman has nowhere to go. Devon Kennard was there. He's been extremely active. So Dan Quinn in his first head coaching job in the league for the Falcons. He's the 3rd youngest coach in the league at 45 years old. We got to know him the last couple of years, defensive coordinator for the Seahawks, and obviously did a great job with that defense. They were #1 overall in the league last year, won a Super Bowl there. It's a cool day for him, and we'll get to it after the play. It's a homecoming for him. He had his debut as a coach in one Monday night, and now back home in New Jersey. 2nd down. Ryan over the middle. He's got a completion there, and Hankerson kind of scurry forward and get near a 1st down, 3rd and short. So for Quinn, played high school ball at Morristown High School. I don't know, about a half hour from here. Class of '89. John, the homecoming king.
He looks like it. He looks like the homecoming king, and he's got 15+ people here in Morristown. Dan Quinn, Arthur Blank, Rich McKay, Thomas Dimitrov, they got themselves one heck of a coach. He brought a new energy into this building, a breath of fresh air. The players love him. He has that ability to connect like Pete Carroll. I think he's going to do great things in Atlanta.
3rd and 1. Freeman. What a catch by Freeman, absorbing the big hit from Merriweather, and he's got a first down. That's a heck of a job by Devontae Freeman to catch it, take the hit, and move the chains for Atlanta, who is now 6 of 7 on 3rd down.
It really is. Devontae Freeman, an accomplished receiver out of the back. Merriweather does a nice job of lowering that target. Nice, clean, legal hit. Impressive that Freeman has the concentration and toughness to come down with that ball.
Be the 28th play the Falcons are running. 8:17 to go in the half. Could be worse at only 7-3. Oh, good fake. Jacob Tamme is wide open out to the 49, and another Falcons first down. We've got a game break. Checking back in with Mike Hill.
All right, guys, Vikings and Lions. Adrian Peterson got him close. Teddy Bridgewater takes him home. 1-yard touchdown run, 14-0 Minnesota. Peterson, 70 yards rushing already on the day, 14-0 in the second.
All right, Mike, thanks. Peter Schrager on Fox NFL Kickoff Show had an unbelievable story about Peterson thinking about retirement papers to train for the Olympics. Oh, he's back with Minnesota. Another first down for the Falcons after the 14-yard pickup to Tamme. Here's Freeman. Devontae Freeman. Good burst through the hole on the right side. And he's going to pick up 7 on first down.
Now, Kevin, not very scientific, but all I can tell you is I played against him. Man can run. I don't know if it's Olympic speed, but sure looked like it to me.
Steve Spagnuolo back with the Giants, his second tour as defensive coordinator. Was here for the Super Bowl run in 07-08. One difference is this year he doesn't have Strahan or Umenyiora or Kiwanuka or Tuck or any of those guys. He would love to have them back. 2nd and 3. Freeman again. Oh, that's a nice play by Jonathan Hankins.
Yeah, Jonathan Hankins is an impressive player. Big guy who moves very well. Watch him stay low. Use those hands to get off, and then makes a nice tackle on Devontae Freeman. Playing in the middle like a big guy should.
3rd down. Again, the Falcons 6 of 7 on 3rd. Ryan starts right, comes left, throwing for Julio Jones. I think Jones was out of bounds, and so he knew he couldn't catch it.
But there's a penalty down as well, Kevin.
Holding. Defense, number 38. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Tremaine McBride in the slot on Jacob Tamme. He has his left hand and right hand around his waist. Just a senseless, and you know, this theme, Kevin, of the Giants just beating themselves. That's been the story of this season. It's too hard to win in this league against good football teams. It's darn near impossible when you're beating yourself.
Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie has just come back on the field. First time he's out there since the first play for the Giants. So that's good news for them. Not good news. Another first down for the Falcons. Here's Coleman. Good hole. Tevin Coleman up the middle. And he's got himself a first down and a gain of 11. This Falcon offensive line doing the job.
That offensive line is, and Tevin Coleman is a guy that Kyle Shanahan just loves. He reminds him of Tatum Bell, a guy I played with in Denver, a tall, fast running back.
Why not try him again? Coleman sprinting to the outside. Good tackle. Looked like he was going to get there, but Rodgers-Cromartie making his impact. Back in there on the second play, he makes a tackle for a loss. And now, because he got up the way he did, they go over and consult with him and make sure he's okay. Now he goes out of the game.
Well, you see Rodgers-Cromartie coming to that outside leg, making a nice tackle. And you wonder if that's not the shoulder, but watch the foot of Coleman come up under the chin right there of Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Julio Jones, number 11, bottom of your screen, now replaced by Roddy White, who's in motion. They get it to Jones again. His 7th catch. Trying to break free. He's so tough to bring down. He's down to the 25. He's only going to pick up 2. You think about Jones, he's got such good speed. It's also his size. Here's what we showed you the last play. Anytime this year with all the concussion stuff, anytime a player gets up a little wobbly, official's going to go over. Are you okay? If it looks weird, they'll tell him to go out of the game.
And he does get up a little wobbly, and good job by Brad Allen. The referee being right there to escort Rogers Cromartie off the field.
Third and 7. 4-man rush blocked up. Oh, almost intercepted. Jonathan Casillas had to pick that up, but he dropped it.
Well, Casillas does a great job of just reading the eyes of Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's eyes here the whole time, and watch Casillas in the slot. That's all he's doing is reading those eyes. He comes back inside again. Good play. You want to make it a great catch the ball. Those type of mistakes, you just can't have them in this league.
Count them already. Penalty. Nullified a first down. Would have been a first and goal. Giants have had a few. Here's Matt Bryant. 42-yard field goal for him. And he puts it right through. Matt Bryant is true again, and it gives the Falcons a 10-3 lead with 4:46 to go in this first half. Giants waste another opportunity. It cost them 3 points. And the Falcons back up by a touchdown. All right, couple big players walking off the field when we left there to break. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, who looked like his head kind of whipped back off, and then Tevin Coleman, real good rookie running back. He walked to that cart, and then they put him on there. Here's the play that involved both of them, and they left the field after this.
You can see Rodgers-Cromartie. I mean, he takes an uppercut from Tevin Coleman's heel. Not so sure as to what happened with Tevin Coleman. He looked woozy as well.
Don't know if this is the case, John, but just so you know, if those were concussion protocol, if they get evaluated on the field and they determine they need more tests, they go back to the locker room where it's about an 8 to 10 minute procedure to go through it to really see if they're okay or not. So they won't be back for a little bit. All right, so here we go. We'll go to break with the Falcons up 10-3. Giants ball.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by FanDuel, the leader in one-week fantasy football.
All right, injury is a problem here. On this play, a Giant and a Falcon get hurt. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie and Tevin Coleman. You see them kind of bouncing off each other. Down to the sidelines with Pam.
Well, Kevin, definitely Rodgers-Cromartie is in the concussion protocol. He went back to the locker room for further evaluation. That includes work with an independent neurologist. He is being looked at again for a possible concussion. Had that stinger earlier in the game.
All right, Pam, thanks. Manning being chased on the run, incomplete. Chased by Croy Bierman. And as I said, that concussion protocol, once they go back, those tests take about 8 to 10 minutes in the evaluation. Meanwhile, John, that's not the only injuries, because Paul Worlow, we showed him, remember earlier, something was wrong. He was on the sideline kind of walking around. He's not in there now. And so Alan Bradford, number 53, fourth-year man from USC, takes the spot in the middle.
Well, that's very important. But, Kevin, you know, think of this New York Giants offense. They need some protocol. You need some rhythm. You need some flow. It's just not been good this year. And Eli Manning, Ben McAdoo, you got to find what you do well.
Preston Parker makes the catch, and he's out to the 25, going to pick up 5. Nate Stuper with a catch. It's only the third Giant to get a pass here in this first half.
Yeah, and that will help getting Preston Parker going. Remember, Victor Cruz not out there. It's been a long time since they've had their full complement of receivers for Ben McAdoo, but Preston Parker has to play better. Tom Coughlin let him know it this week. Got to get more guys involved other than just Beckham.
3rd and 5 for Eli Manning and company. Manning standing in, slings it to Vereen, and Shane Vereen breaks the tackle. He's got a first down. William Moore missed the tackle on the shifty Vereen, and he does enough to move the chains.
And that's a guy I think they need to lean on. This is a guy who had a Super Bowl record, 11 receptions in last year's Super Bowl. He has the ability to make people miss in space. He's got some explosive ability to him. He's been there in big situations. Lean on Shane Vereen.
Vereen's 3rd catch for 19 yards in the early going. 1st and 10 from the 33. Three-man rush this time. Manning, good catch. It's Beckham sprinting away. Touchdown. 67 yards.
The fans love it, but Eli Manning says you want rhythm, you want flow, you want explosive plays. This is how you get it done. You throw the ball to 13, forget about everyone else. And watch the explosion. He catches the ball. I'm not done. I'm going to take it all the way. An incredible talent who's burst upon the scene here last year in the NFL, and he's not stopping in his second year. Great throw, great catch, and even better yards after the catch.
Get a penalty on this point after attempt here. And we'll see what the call is. John, you called for the Giants offense to wake up, so well, they woke up. Just go to ODB, who, by the way, now has 5 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown.
You just look at his hair. You see he's woken up. He wakes up, woken up. And Eli Manning, that was a strike. Impressive throw by Eli Manning. On time, on point to Odell Beckham.
Interesting choice with only a 3-man rush there, and still with the extra man in coverage.
Defense, too many men, 12 players in formation. That 5-yard penalty will be assessed on the succeeding kickoff.
Okay, so that'll help on the kickoff. Maybe, just maybe, that's a spark this Giants offense needed. Brown will try the extra point, which would tie this up. Hold is down. The kick is good. Eli Manning delivering a strike. And then Odell Beckham Jr. turns on the afterburners, takes it 67 yards. We're tied at 10. MetLife Stadium. Giants scoring drive was simple. Big play from Odell Beckham Jr. to tie this game up at 10. And now the kickoff goes out of the end zone. It's a great throw, John.
Well, just pretty. You throw on time, and look at the tight windows in the NFL. You see 54 and 53. Look how close they are, but the ball's thrown on time. And Odell Beckham, a lot of receivers afraid going across the middle. I want to catch it. I want to get down. Odell Beckham says, nuh-uh. I'm going to take this to the house. He evades Ricardo Allen, the free safety, and goes all the way to the end zone.
So Odell Beckham has 120 total yards. The rest of the Giants have 34. That's all right. Still got a touchdown out of it. We're tied at 10 with 3:19 to go in this first half from Northern New Jersey. Each team with 3 timeouts left. Devontae Freeman is the running back. Ryan has time. High to Freeman. Makes a nice catch and a couple shifty moves, but he's tackled across the 25. Freeman in there, and he's the lead guy now because Tevin Coleman, just got the report on him. The rookie has a rib injury, questionable to return. So other than Coleman, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, as Pam reported, back checking for a concussion. Paul Worlow, the middle linebacker for Atlanta, with a calf. He's questionable. Blitz coming. Ryan sees it. Freeman drops it. He had the hot throw perfect, but Freeman just dropped it.
Unusual, too, because he's usually very sure-handed, is Devontae Freeman. That's something that he does, frankly, as good as anybody from the backfield for a running back, and tries to catch it with his body and almost pays with an interception by Landon Collins.
Falcons 6 of 8 on 3rd down today. This a 3rd and 4. No Julio Jones on 3rd down. Blitz coming. Oh, there he is, bottom of the screen. Ryan over the middle and incomplete, in and out of the hands of Leonard Hankerson. And so the Giants hold on 3rd down, and Atlanta will have to punt.
They went to the man-to-man defense. Matt Ryan found the right receiver, could be more accurate on the throw, but that frankly is a ball Leonard Hankerson has to bring down.
So the Falcons have a couple of drops, and they'll punt it away. Giants building some momentum. Dwayne Harris back to return. Bosher, he's been a terrific punter for the Falcons. Had a great week 1. Gets it off. High, booming kick. Harris set to try and return it. Makes a man miss. And another. But not much there. Why were the Falcons down there? Because that punt had a 5-2 hang time, which is pretty insane. 54-yard punt. 5-yard return, but the Giants take over with 2:28 to go in the half. Odell Beckham Jr. 120 yards in the first half. He's still got 2:28 to go. He's back on the field next. The most unique voice in sports is back on the air. The one and only Colin Cowherd is now on FS1. Finally, Smart Sports Talk is back. The Herd with Colin Cowherd, weekdays at noon Eastern, only on FS1. 10-10 game, Giants and Falcons, 2:28 to go in the first half here from MetLife Stadium. Giants have all 3 timeouts, and they start off with Shane Vereen in the backfield. Give it to Vereen. Reverses his field, but not much there. Vic Beasley initially, O'Brien Schofield on the help.
Vic Beasley, a player that Dan Quinn and everybody with the Atlanta Falcons very high on, the first-round draft choice from Clemson. And you talk about get off, first step. He's got as good as one as I've seen in a long time. Vic Beasley up top.
2nd and 8. Pressure. Manning gets rid of it in time. There's Vereen, and a quick tackle from behind from Jonathan Babineau to prevent that from being a big game. 3rd down coming up for the Giants. 2-minute warning. 10-10. Giants and Falcons. Get apps, videos, and more at itunes.com/NFL. See, they're on itunes.com right now. Might want to look up, though. Big spot. 1:58 to go, first half. 3rd and 7 for the Giants. 10-10 game. Blitz coming. Picked up. Manning far side. Beckham's got it. Breaks the tackle. Odell Beckham is tearing it up. Robert Alford on the coverage, but he has gotten burned quite a bit today.
Well, first of all, you got to look at the blitz pickup. They bring both linebackers up those A-gaps. They pick it up. Eli Manning stands in there, waits for Odell Beckham, and then throws. Odell Beckham right now is wearing out Robert Alford.
19-yard gain. Manning steps up, going deep for Beckham. Incomplete. He overthrew him. Let's talk about that. We met with the Giants, and they were pretty emphatic how they were going to move Beckham around and try and get him open more. He's obviously done damage today. 139 yards receiving today, but they found a weakness.
Most of it's been on his offensive left side because they like that matchup against Robert Alford, and it's one Eli Manning continues to go back to. If it works, keep doing it. We came on saying somebody else other than Odell Beckham has to step up, but Odell Beckham says, I think I can do this on my own.
2nd down and 10. Odell takes a breather on this one. Each team with 3 timeouts left, so that's really not a factor. Manning coming near side. Parker drops another one. A little low, but he had 3 drops in the Dallas game, and he was wide open there, and the boos come down.
Well, Preston Parker, 3 drops in Dallas, 3 critical drops, and Tom Coughlin very plainly, he's an honest man, he's an honest coach. He said he told Preston, you got to play better. He showed some life earlier in the first half, but that's something that's tough when it's in your head. But you got to concentrate, you got to see the ball in. That's a catch you have to make.
3rd down. Beckham Jr. back in the game, top of your screen. 4-man rush. Manning steps up. Vereen got to make a couple miss. Spin move. Good effort by Vereen, but just too many Falcons. And he's going to be short. He's going to go out of bounds. The Falcons will get it back, and they've got 3 timeouts. So the Falcons D does their job. With 1:32 to go, Weems back to return the punt. He just turned on the game. Devin Hester out for the 2nd straight week with a toe injury. So Weems, who did make a Pro Bowl a couple years ago as a special teams player. The Falcons will have time. All 3 timeouts after the punts. Weems has it. Fair caught just across the 10. That's where the Falcons will take over. We've got another game break. Let's check in with Mike Hill in L.A.
All right, guys. Cardinals taking control in Chicago. Jay Cutler throwing a pass he wishes he had back. Tony Jefferson got him for the 26-yard pick 6. Cutler injured on the play. Jimmy Clausen, that quarterback for the Bears. 28-14, Arizona in the 2nd.
All I know, John, is Carson Palmer, even though that highlight wasn't with him, he's 14-2 his last 16 starts.
They win when he's in there and when he's healthy. Keeping him healthy, that's the big challenge. But when he's in there, that team, there's all kinds of, you talk about speed, Kevin. that Arizona Cardinals as fast as anybody in this league.
Julio Jones, bottom of your screen, 7 catches, 47 yards so far today. Ryan looking at him, and now comes underneath, and it's incomplete. Hankerson, the intended receiver.
And I think this defense has to be applauded. We've shown Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. He went out after the second play of the game, tried to come back in. Now he's in with the concussion, in the concussion protocol, but doing a great job keeping Julio Jones under wraps. Only 7 catches. It's a lot of catches, 47 yards, though. That's good job by this defense. They're doing it by mixing zone, by mixing some pressure. And the corner's doing a nice job holding up.
Second and 10. They get Jones a quick hitter again. Nowhere to go. Giants playing it well. George Selvey came out from defensive end to make the hit.
That's just good hustle by Selvey. He's the defensive end. Turn and retrace. Get to the ball. That's great hustle by George Selvey.
Meanwhile, the Giants call their first timeout because if they can hold on third down, there's 1:14 left. They'll have a real shot here to get some points. So a pretty big play. We talked about it to start the game, players to watch. Both of these guys stars. Well, they've both gotten the ball a lot, but Beckham has the big play, the 67-yard touchdown.
New York Giants, as they should, doing a concerted effort. You're not going to get up top on us, Julio. We'll give you the short stuff. You're not getting up top. Odell Beckham, conversely, has gotten down the field.
3rd and 8. Ryan tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Best thing possible for the Giants. They hold, and they don't even have to use a timeout there.
That's Robert Ayers for the second time working against Levitri, the left guard. Look at the power rush. He doesn't get there, but that left hand again getting up. Second time he's deflected a Matt Ryan pass today. A really good player and really coming into his own. I think a neat story because in his 7th year coming into his own as a player, as a force in this league is Robert Ayers.
All right, so Bosher, we told about the importance of him having a great year so far. Dwayne Harris, 2 punt return touchdowns in his career. We got a flag on the play. Harris falls down, but let's see what the penalty is. The Giants will have 2 timeouts at their disposal. 58 seconds left in the half in a 10-10 game. Let's see what we got on the penalty with Brad Allen, our referee.
It's Matt Bosch. He's a game changer. I mean,
Really
you're flipping the field each time. Field position so critical. The way he booms these punts with great hang time. Usually if you kick them too far, you're worried about the return, but he hits them far with tremendous hang time.
Yeah, Harris really didn't have much to do there. Made a few people miss.
During the kick, holding number 36 of the kicking team. That 10-yard penalty will be administered from the dip ball spot. First down, New York.
Oh, that's obviously big. Let's check in with Kurt Menefee in L.A.
I'm Kurt Menefee here on the red carpet where we're getting ready for the 67th Primetime Emmys later on tonight on Fox. All the stars will be out here in just a bit, including our guys, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. We will get you all caught up on all 10 games going on in the early window here in the NFL. That's on the Visa halftime.
That's coming up in 58 seconds. So the Giants, after the 10-yard penalty, in good shape here. They start on their own 44, and they do have 2 timeouts left. Manning, pressure up the middle, steps away. He's got Vereen. Shane Vereen knocked out of bounds across midfield by Phillip Adams. Let's see where the spot is here, but Vereen should pick up about 6.
So we asked who else, Kevin, and really it has been Shane Vereen. Now his 5th catch on the day. So Odell Beckham and Shane Vereen really the options for Eli Manning thus far.
It's Josh Brown, who had a 55-yarder in warm-ups today, warming up with a kicker over the middle. And the Giants have a completion. That is the tight end, Larry Donnell, trying to get him involved, and the Giants spend a timeout. So they're about 8 yards away from field goal range. We'll take a quick break. 46 seconds in the half. Here are the Giants, 47 seconds left, 1 timeout in the half. from the 44. Manning a lot of time going deep again for Beckham. Leaping. Incomplete.
Odell Beckham, even the misses are exciting. His ability to track the ball in the air, his body control, a near catch, and a real nice job by Robert Alford sticking with that play, getting that left hand in through Beckham's hands. But Beckham's such an explosive player. His ability to go up and track that ball, very impressive.
41 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 for Eli Manning. Again, a 4-man rush. Comes back over to Vereen again. What a weapon. Vereen inside the 35. He should have enough for a first down down to the 34. That puts the Giants in field goal range. They're not going to spend their last time out here. They hustle to the line. They're going to run a play. Blitz coming. Manning steps away. Going to run. Wide open field. Manning slides down at the 15. And now I'm assuming they burn their time out here, and they will. Eli the runner with 13 seconds left down to the 15.
Well, lane integrity as a rush unit is so important, and they lose all lane integrity. Look, Eli Manning's not a scrambler, but you have that much green grass, you're going to go ahead and take it. It's exactly what Eli Manning does. Eyes downfield, he sees all the green, and you'd be a fool not to take it. Eli Manning does and turns it into big yards.
All right, so longest run of Eli Manning's career. They mark it at the 16. 13 seconds left in the half. No timeouts, John. What do you got here?
Well, I think you can take a shot at the end zone and tell Eli that communication thing. If it's not there, throw it out of the end zone. Let's turn this thing into points.
This time Beckham Jr. on the bottom of your screen. They haven't put him there much all game. Man, can't get sacked here. There's a flag. Manning going end zone, incomplete. That sure looked like a hold on Eric Adams. Eric Flowers, the left tackle, and it is. I don't know what the conversation is here. Obviously, you're going to take this penalty, moving back 10. And with no timeouts, however, John, the clock here with the runoff effect.
Holding, offense number 76. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah.
See Eric Flowers working the two rookies. Eric Flowers, he's got a neck full of Vic Beasley. Otherwise, Vic Beasley, that's probably, if there's a smart hold, that's it. Because otherwise, he sacks Eli Manning. And no runoff on the hold penalty, so the Giants and Josh Brown go up to attempt the field goal.
You're right, though. Sack there, and that may run out the half. 44-yard attempt for Brown. Kick is up, and it is good. 2 seconds left in the half. 44-yarder from Josh Brown, and the Giants take the lead 13-10, their first lead of the day. Well, Sunday night in Dallas. Clock management was everything, John. I mean, this game they should have won. They were up big late, but here's where it really changed. 5:08 remaining. They snapped the ball so early on the play clock. They left so much time there on those plays as they tried to run it out, okay? So then you come down, a 3rd down and goal. They throw it. It's incomplete. Wasted basically 40 seconds. Cowboys take over, score in less than a minute and a half with 7 seconds left. Bottom line is if the Giants played it right, they could have eliminated another minute 10 to minute 20 and effectively run out the game. They didn't. And so, of course, in the very next half they play, it rears its head and a chance for more communication. How did they do?
And the bottom line last week, I mean, they gave away a win in division. That's so hard to go on the road, particularly to a place, a team like Dallas. You had it, you gave it away. And it wasn't just the offense, by the way. The defense, they took the accountability. But that was, Tom Coughlin called it a knife through butter on the last 2 drives. But the lack of communication, the clock mismanagement. But Eli Manning said one thing, a positive could come, the way they've galvanized as a team, and they've had an impressive first half today.
And the communication on that drive worked out well. That will end the first half here. There, with the Giants in front, 13-10 over the Falcons. Good half of football. New York with a 3-point edge. Halftime show coming up. We sent it to L.A. with Kurt Menefee and the guys. Today's excitement is brought to you by Nissan, and the Giants with a 13-10 lead over the Falcons. We've had some injuries, some hard hitting, and some big plays, namely by that guy, Odell Beckham Jr. Yeah, that is today's excitement. Brought to you by Nissan, trying to get the crowd involved. They're pretty involved at halftime. A good celebration here. Why? Well, you have to harken back 25 years ago. Super Bowl 25, John. It was a gem. Jeff Hostetler playing the remainder of the season for the injured Phil Simms. He was great. The MVP, Otis Anderson. And then, as we know, Scott Norwood missing a long field goal kick in the end. The Giants started that year 10-0. They win the Super Bowl 20-19. And then today, that group is back in the house with Hostetler and Bavaro.
Cornerback Mark and Hall of Famer number 56 Lawrence Taylor. And carrying the Lombardi Trophy to the stage, two-time Super Bowl champion and Hall of Famer Coach Bill Parcells.
Giants fans, if you want to reminisce about that Super Bowl 25 championship team, go to Giants.com/1990. It was a cool ceremony at the half. Brings back some memories of that great game with Whitney Houston singing the anthem, which was unbelievable. Tom Coughlin was a coach on that staff.
Wide receiver coach. And I think Bill Parcells might be saying to Coughlin right now, hey, Coughlin, could you run the football? Eli Manning's the leading rusher, but what Tom Coughlin would say is, hey, Odell Beckham's doing pretty good. It's been Odell Beckham, Shane Vereen, who have come to the forefront for Eli Manning. They've got some explosion in this offense for the Atlanta Falcons. You got to get Julio Jones down the field a little bit. Start to get some production down the field from this offense.
Yeah, they do. And Falcons have got 3 and out their last two times on offense. So Giants won the toss deferred, so they receive it to start the second half. Here's Dwayne Harris. Good return. Dwayne Harris all the way out to the 30 as we check in with Pam Oliver.
Well, Kevin, I talked to Falcons head coach Dan Quinn about what he thought of what everybody is buzzing about in this building. That's Odell Beckham Jr. And how do you defend him? Well, he said he gave him more of a compliment than answering the question. He said he is a handful. Offensively, he wants to get more deep passes down to Julio Jones. For the Giants, Tom Coughlin loved what he saw from his football team. He said they overcame that slow start. They got it moving. He wants to see more consistency with the runs. Back to you.
All right, Pam, thanks. They've gotten the ball to Julio Jones, but not the deep passes as you talked about. Here's Rashad Jennings, who goes nowhere. Nowhere to run that time. Paul Soliai was there. Odell Beckham was insane in the first half. 6 catches, 139 yards, including a 67-yard touchdown for most of that half, working on Robert Alford.
He's a special player. Look, they've lined him up against Robert Alford most of the first half. I would consider it's not something that's in their DNA. Remember, Dan Quinn comes from Seattle. They don't switch corners. Desmond Trufant's a really good corner. I would consider putting Desmond Trufant wherever Odell Beckham Jr. is. Not consider it, I'd do it.
Yeah. Beckham's in the slot this time on a 2nd and 10. Pressure. Manning going to dump it off. He's going to get rid of it to Jennings, who cuts it to the outside and is going to be, I think, a little shy of a first down. Yeah, about a yard shy. They mark him at the 40, so he's going to pick up 9 yards. Good news for Atlanta. Paul Worlow, number 55, their middle linebacker, remember, missed a lot of that second quarter. Back in there. 3rd and short. Jennings falling forward. Sure looked like he had enough for a first down, but we'll wait for the spot. And it is a Giants first down. So a good start on the opening drive in the 3rd quarter.
Kevin, you got to appreciate Eli Manning. You know, for a guy who's won 2 Super Bowls, there's been a lot of criticism here, and it's New York. There's going to be criticism, and he certainly earned it last week, as did the entire team. But the way he responds, he usually comes back after an off game, a tough game, and he responds. Very efficient games. 16 for 22 at 200 yards right now.
Going to run it. Jennings tries to cut back. Nothing doing. If you don't live in New York, this is what you got to deal with every day. I mean, just very flattering headlines in the back page of the local papers. Yeah, the dunce hat on Eli Manning. Guys won 2 Super Bowls. But I mean, this story had all kinds of twists and turns. There's first, everything that happened, they blew the game. Then Jennings comes out to a radio spot and says, oh, I was told not to score. Then everybody questions everybody else, and Coughlin's a dope, and McAdoo can't get the calls in. And now you have an injured player, and this is a big injured player. Eric Flowers, the rookie left tackle, 9th overall pick from Miami, laying on the ground here.
Here's the left tackle, Eric Flowers, and he gained the respect of his coach, Tom Coughlin, because he battled through that ankle injury last week in Dallas. He didn't miss a practice this week. Tom Coughlin loved it, but the young man didn't look like much there. But remember, this is a previous injury, and he gutted it out about as much as he could. But it finally, that left ankle bit him.
Yeah, John, I mean, remember, the ankle injury was bad enough that he got an MRI on it, so it wasn't like a little twist. This guy gutted it out.
And it looks as if they're bringing John Jerry in to play the left guard position. Justin Pugh, who's really played all over last year, right tackle in college, a left tackle this year at left guard. Now he bumps out to that left tackle position.
Now we'll see how Dan Quinn responds, if he goes with extra pressure or not.
Hey, game here is a twist in 5-5. 5-5.
2nd and 12. Here's Beckham on the catch, and he's hustled out of bounds at about the 47. We'll give him 6.5, 7 yards. Phillip Adams on the coverage, brings up 3rd down.
And that's really the idea. I remember playing for Bill Walsh in college. Along 2nd down, he says, let's get half of it back. Let's get half of it back. Give ourselves a chance on 3rd down. That's exactly what Eli Manning did in getting the ball out to Odell Beckham.
So a 3rd down and 5. Beckham, bottom of your screen here. Good pocket for Manning. Steps up there. Shane Vereen makes a man miss. 1st down and more. Still going. Gets a block. Shane Vereen inside the 20. All the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a 37-yard catch and run.
Odell Beckham, and who else? Well, you get Odell Beckham and you get him matched up against Warlow in space. Remember, Warlow was injured with a calf. Shane Vereen leaves him in his wake and then gets a whole bunch more. Eli Manning knew it coming into this game. He told us we've got to utilize Vereen more, and boy, has he done that well today.
8 catches, 76 yards for Vereen. 1st down from the 16 near side, and they get it to Parker this time, who redeems himself by holding on to the football down to the 10.
These New York fans, their sense of humor. Preston Parker's had a hard time catching the ball this year. 3 drops in Dallas, 1 previously. They give him a little sarcastic round of applause as he brings in an elementary catch.
Well, John, this is northern New Jersey. This is New York. We cut you off if you're driving. We do things like that. You know?
I know why Sinatra said those words. If you can make it here, you make it anywhere.
So you're going to get the fake cheer. 2nd down and 4. Giants can get a 1st down at the 6. Manning steps away from the pressure. Fires. Ends are incomplete. Looked like somebody fell down there. Larry Donnell was the intended receiver. Let's see if he was tripped or fell. We'll have to take a look. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Well, it's William Moore, the strong safety, matched up against Donnell. He's got a handful of Larry Donnell. They call it incidental contact, but I think Larry Donnell had a case there.
Third and 4 for Eli Manning and company. Time, rolling, firing, end zone, touchdown! That time he got Donnell. Flag on the play, hang on. There's a flag at the 15.
Justin Pugh's indicating hands to his face.
Illegal use of the hands, hands to the face, number 71, defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play, a touchdown.
And Larry Donnell, Tom Coughlin says we got to catch it cleaner. He's been double catching the ball. But watch Larry Donnell. Catches that ball, and then he's holding on for dear life, saying, Coach, I got 2 hands on it. And what a throw by Eli Manning. The mobility to stay alive, cross his body. A lot of times people say, don't throw it across your body. Eli Manning says, watch me. and he does it well for the touchdown.
Well, he didn't double catch that one. He secured that football. And the Giants extra point away from going up 10. Brown puts it home. And it's 20-10. Giants on a nice drive. 9 plays, 69 yards. Eli Mannering looking sharp. Touchdown to Donnell. 10-point lead, New York. Opening drive of the third quarter. Giants look sharp. 9 plays, 69 yards. Larry Donnell. A 10-yard catch on third down. Shane Vereen, a huge 37-yard catch and run, which set it all up. And they'll kick it off. Weems will take it. Falcons ball on their own 20. Hey, October means baseball, and FS1 continues to be your home for postseason action. The American League Division and Championship Series. Don't miss a moment of the drama and history. It all begins October the 8th on FS1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Shane Vereen has been a force here today. The Yankees hoping to be in the postseason, not there yet. Shane Vereen, 8 catches, 76 yards today. 3 rushes for -6 yards. Not a line you see every day on a running back. It's a job.
Now, if you're the Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan's got to find a way to get the ball downfield without forcing it.
Here's Freeman. Block from DeMarco. Merriweather comes from the secondary. And with the big hit, should be for no gain.
I tell you, coming in, there were a lot of concerns here in New York about their safety position. A rookie in Landon Collins. Watch Brandon Merriweather. He's helped steady that secondary position. Watch him come out of nowhere, get to the outside leg. Nice job by Brandon Merriweather attacking the play, and Kennard by coming and finishing it.
Second down. Pressure. Look out. Oh, man. Cullen Jenkins just blew through the line of scrimmage, and Matt Ryan had no shot.
Well, Cullen Jenkins, talking about a direct route to the quarterback. He just beats Chris Chester with quickness. Matt Ryan never has a chance. Cullen Jenkins said, we got to be able to get there with 4 this week. We didn't do it in Dallas. And the New York Giants, we talked about overcoming the debacle in Dallas. Could they do it? They're making a strong statement thus far today.
Third and 16. 4-man rush. Ryan stumbles and he's going to hit over the middle. That is Teron Ward. That is going to be well shy of a first down. He's going to pick up 10. And now this Giants defense, John, give them credit. They've held the Falcons 3 and out their last 3 possessions.
Yeah, well, you know, here we're all calling for Julio Jones to get the ball downfield, but here's what the Giants do. They bump him, and then they've got another safety. He's going to come into your picture. Landon Collins back there. So they've got someone short bumping them. They've got someone over the top. They're making it darn near impossible. And then begs the question, who else is going to come to the party for the Atlanta Falcons? Because they're giving a lot of attention to Julio Jones.
That's a question they need answered. Bosher will punt it away. He's had a good day punting. Look at this. Another high rocket. Dwayne Harris retreats all the way to the 10. He's going to take it there. Trying to get ahead of steam. Does it. Has a block. Good return. Dwayne Harris out to the 34. 24-yard return. And the Giants defense playing well. Dance, big man. 20-10 Giants. Not bad when your punter can be a weapon. Matt Bosher. Look at that average. He just hit a 69-yarder, but a good return by Harris. And here come the Giants up 10 with a chance to really take control midway through the third quarter. Andre Williams starts it out in the backfield this time. He's going to get a rare carry. Big hole. Andre Williams flying through the Falcons secondary. And they're going to mark him down at the 31. 35-yard run for Williams.
Well, tremendous job by this Giants offensive line. Richburg, the center, the right guard Schwartz, and then Andre Williams. They call him their banger. He's the tough, big running back, but he shows another dimension that he can get out and go as well. Andre Williams with a beautiful run.
It's Parker in motion.
Bingo here, middle.
from the 31. Manning on first down. Quick hit outside, and he's got a completion for not too much to Ron Cunningham. First-year player. Game break time. Let's go to Mike Hill.
All right, guys, Jameis Winston bouncing back from last week, looking good against the Saints. 12 of 16, 137 yards, passing touchdown, and that rushing touchdown. 20-7 Bucks in the third. Kevin, John, back to you.
How about that?
The week-to-week nature. I'm looking at the scoreboard here. Cleveland 21, Tennessee nothing. So last week Mariota was going to Canton. Jameis Winston was a bum. Now the roles are reversed.
It's unbelievable, right? 2nd and 7. They give it to Williams again. Why not? This time not so successful. No gain. Paul Soliai came in for the hit initially. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Kevin, you got to think. I mean, they've said it for years around here. Eli Manning, his ability to be unflappable in a real tough place to be on, to play quarterback. His number's 21 of 28, 261. He took a lot of heat this week. I admire him because he stood up and said, "Look, put it on me." And his teammates had his back, and it's showing out there today. He's playing a magnificent game.
Yeah, that dunce hat that we showed you from the paper doesn't look like it fits anymore, does it? 3rd and 7 here. They're going to give a draw inside. It's Vereen making it happen. First down, Giants. The Giants asked, who else other than Beckham got your answer today?
Well, heck of a pickup by Jerry Reese, the general manager, and what a great fit. But John Jerry, the left guard who came in, does a tremendous job sealing that hole. Pugh blocks out. And Vereen, you give him some space, he'll make positive things happen. This guy's a big-time running back. He's shown it in New England. Now he's bringing his talents to New York.
Now the Giants' rushing yardage starting to add up. 77 yards on the ground. Averaging 4.5 a carry today. First down from the 16. Williams. A little stutter step inside the 15. Picks up 2. Let's get an update on the Giants left tackle, Pam Oliver.
Well, Kevin, big effort to get Eric Flowers back on the field. As the Giants move the football, they attached a stem device to his left ankle. So far, the rookie left tackle isn't ready. Flowers has an ankle sprain, and his return is questionable. Back to you.
All right, Pam, thanks very much. The Giants offensive line completely different from last year, and now a little different than it was a couple minutes ago, as they bump Pugh out to left tackle. And John Jerry is a starting quality player now at left guard. Play clock an issue. It's at 3. And it gets it off. Firing far side. Got a completion. Parker makes the catch. And he's down to about the 8-yard line, so he's going to pick up 6. 3rd and short coming up.
Kevin, remember, I mean, it was deep into the 2nd quarter when I said throughout this season, just no flow to this Giants offense. Well, now you definitely have the rhythm. You have the flow. They're running it successfully. Eli Manning starting to spread the football all around. Yes, you have Odell Beckham, but people are going to give him a lot of attention, so who else is going to help you out? Well, it's been Vereen. It's been Donnell. Now it's Preston Parker getting involved.
3rd and 2 from the 8. Manning all day. Now pressure comes. Now he's dropped from behind and sacked. Ball is out. Falcons say they have it. And they do. What an enormous turn of events. Paul Soliai is the guy that came and recovered. I think it was Bierman that forced it. Number 71. The sack, the forced fumble. And a big play by Dan Quinn's defense. They take over. Down 10 in the 3rd.
Today's game is sponsored by Verizon. Watch live local games with NFL Mobile only on Verizon.
Well, you watch Croy Bierman. He's going to come take the ball away. Eli Manning, we're praising him. He's played great. You got to get rid of this football. Ball security is critical at that point. If it's not there, throw it away. You kick a field goal. Eli Manning with a big mistake there.
Now can the Falcons capitalize from his own end zone? He's got Tammy wide open. They forgot about him. Jacob Tammy makes a move all the way out to the 50. He's going to pick up 41.
Well, great creative design from Jacob Tammy. Watch how he's going to kind of hide out on the play action. Then all of a sudden going to slip up there. Really nice play design by Kyle Shanahan. Matt Ryan hangs in there. knows he's going to get hit, but delivers the strike to Jacob Tamme. Beautiful design. And finally, a play downfield for the Atlanta Falcons offense.
It's a career-long catch for Tamme. Falcons move it up to the 50 with 3:32 to go in the third down 10. Here's Freeman on the stretch left. Not much. And John, I'm just curious with Kyle Shanahan. You know, Tevin Coleman, they're a really good-looking rookie. Went out in the first half with a rib questionable. He hasn't been back, and I'm curious how that changes his thinking.
Well, yeah, that's his lead back. I mean, he likes Devontae Freeman, but he's more of a pass catcher out of the backfield. He's all right with Freeman running the football, but Tevin Coleman's a big loss. Now it's on Devontae Freeman. It's really about that offensive line. I think throughout the course of the day, this Giants defensive line has been owning that line of scrimmage.
Second and 9. Run right with Freeman this time, and Freeman's going to slip his way down to the 46. So you're looking at a 3rd and 6. Nice tackle by George Selvey, the former Cowboy.
Well, George Selvey is a guy, you talk about the Cowboys, against the Cowboys. Robert Ayers had some production. He had some pass rush. Not much else other than George Selvey. He didn't play much, but he played well when he did, and he's being rewarded with more snaps today and showing up again today.
Falcons are 0 for their last 5 on 3rd down after starting out 6 of 7.
Giants showing pressure. Going to be interesting to see whether they come or they bluff out.
3rd and 6. Here it comes over the middle. Julio Jones. Pressure comes. Get it to your best player. And Jones down to the 36. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, Landon Collins, the safety's going to come. Matt Ryan hits the void. Landon Collins comes on the blitz. The hot route to Julio Jones, but a really nice job by Hosley as well with making the tackle, not letting Julio Jones out the door.
If I'm Kyle Shanahan, I just keep throwing to him. 9 catches, 59 yards, hasn't had the home run. He's been actively involved. First down, Freeman slips his way inside the 35 to the 33. This season, stream live local Sunday afternoon games right on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. Got Kyle Shanahan calling the plays for the Falcons on the left and Steve Spagnuolo dialing up the defense on the right.
And interesting, you can't keep Julio Jones in every play. He comes out for a little rest, as does Roddy White. So now if I'm the Giants, I'm thinking you got to be running the ball if you're Atlanta.
And they fake it. Ryan, pressure. They're going to set it up, though. And there's Nick Williams, who just came in the game. You mentioned White out, Williams in. And a creative play by the Falcons to pick up another first down. And they mark him out after a 12-yard gain.
Well, that's the old banana in the tailpipe. We're going to take out Julio Jones. We're thinking run, and we're going to slip Nick Williams out. And that's exactly what happens. No one thinks Nick Williams getting the ball, and Nick Williams does and gets the first down.
Nice homecoming for him. Went to the Hun School in Princeton for high school. Attended UConn. Big play. Still no Julio Jones, no Roddy White. You've got Nick Williams on this first down from the Giants 21. Freeman looking for a hole. Tight running, but Freeman surging forward. He's going to pick up 4. That may take us to the end of the third quarter. So this, where it looked like the Giants were about to really take control of this game, John. Manning sacked, fumbled, recovered. First play, Matt Ryan goes up top 41 yards, and now here are the Falcons down 10, but knocking on the door. End of 3 quarters from MetLife Stadium. Manning frustrated. Now can the Falcons respond? We'll see if the Falcons can turn a huge turnover into points. 20-10 Giants as we start the fourth quarter, but Atlanta on the New York 17 with a second down and 6. Stretch to Freeman. Good cut back up the middle. And Freeman is going to be very close to a first down. Well, John, we were praising the Giants and Eli Manning and how they've recovered here. And just when it looks like they're about to, not salt the game away, but take control instead of 23-10, now change.
Well, all quarterbacks, you got to have that clock in your head. And Eli Manning had plenty of time. The options weren't there. Throw the ball away, kick the field goal. You're up by 13. Instead, you got the Falcons driving very successfully deep in your own territory.
3rd and 1. Big play. They'll run it. Freeman. And I think a pretty good effort should have it.
That's strong running. I mean, they had him short, and that was just great will by Devontae Freeman to get through Selvey and Unga for the first down.
He got hit initially, and he wouldn't have had it. You're right, John, but he just kept going. And he does have the first down. So a 1st and 10 at the 11. This Giants defense, which had played so well since the middle of the second quarter. That turnover switched momentum, at least for now. 10th play of the drive. Run it again. Freeman, right side, trying to get to the pylon. And he does. Touchdown, but there's a flag. If it stands, it's an Atlanta touchdown, but let's see what the penalty is.
It's going to be holding offense.
Holding. Number 83, offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
We're going to get Jacob Tamme, who had the big play to start this drive. Tammy's going to come in your screen right there. He's got the hold of Robert Ayers' jersey, and when you get those arms extended, the officials can see it really easy. You keep your arms in tight, you're going to get away with it. Once your arms get extended outside the framework and you're holding, they're going to get most of those.
So now 1st and 20. We'll get it to Freeman. Out there, gets a couple blocks. Freeman, head down, strong running from the little man. Devontae Freeman, who's back inside the original line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up 11 yards. He's only 5'8", 206, but he's showing some strength.
Well, I'll tell you, from playing against those kinds, sometimes those are the toughest guys to get down, that low center of gravity, and watch him keep those legs churning and putting on the power. The legs never stop like pistons and carrying Giants forward.
Julio Jones goes to the top of your screen. Empty backfield. There's Jones on the slant. No, incomplete. Ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Ayers already has done it twice. Didn't see who got it this time.
That's been effective. Brandon Merriweather coming on the blitz. We'll see who got their hands on it. It is indeed Merriweather or Unga that got it. Both of them coming free. As Kevin, as you said twice today, on the quick balls, get your hands up.
3rd and 9. Ryan standing in end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Leonard Hankerson on 3rd down hauls it in.
You know, interestingly enough, they had the double on Hankerson. You see Craig Dahl playing the outside, Tremaine McBride playing the inside. That's just a well-thrown football. Only where Hankerson can get it up high. Well-placed ball by Matt Ryan, and Hankerson going and bringing it down for the Falcons touchdown.
Extra point now attempted by Matt Bryant. Kick is up, and he's got it. What a turn of momentum here, John. The Giants on the doorstep. Manning sacked and fumbled. Falcons go 91 yards to make it a 3-point game at MetLife Stadium.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Xbox One, the official game console of the NFL. By DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Oh, this game has changed quite a bit in the last couple of minutes. Eli Manning, second time he's lost a fumble in the red zone. Croy Bierman, the man on your left with a strip sack, had a huge time. Falcons pick it up, and all they do is go 12 plays, 91 yards to make this a 3-point deficit now. Bosher's kick well to the end zone. It's not even a challenge for him anymore. And now how will Eli Manning and company respond? Their turn. Giants, the big turnover. Falcons made it a 3-point game. Now it's the Giants' turn. 12:39 to play. They're up by 3. Brian Cox, always active, always entertaining his defensive line. He's got like a line change in hockey.
118.
First and 10 for the Giants. How will they respond now? Play fake on the first one. Manning on the roll. There's Donnell as the catch. And takes a vicious hit out across the 30 for a first down. They got a ton of defensive linemen in and out of this game.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, last week they came into the game with 9 defensive linemen active. That's a lot of defensive linemen. Brian Cox told me before the game, we really feel like we have 8 starters. We got our bigger group, you know, guys like Soliai, Hageman, Tyson Jackson, and then we've got our nickel group that includes Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, Claiborne, and Babineau.
Hey, tight end, 55 and 54. Tight end, 55, 54. 118.
On first down, 3-man rush, looking Beckham's way, throwing incomplete. It was not Beckham, it was Randall that time, Ruben Randall. Speaking of getting other people involved, he does not have a catch today.
He's an enigma. I mean, a very talented guy. Every time we're here, they talk about how talented he is, but he just disappears for long periods. He's a guy that Eli tries to get the ball to early so that he gets his confidence going. He hasn't had the ball and makes a drop on an easy ball.
Beckham now on the bottom of your screen, John. Manning looking the other way, going back that way, that same way, and this time we have a completion. That is Randall's first catch, and that's going to bring up a third down and about 5. Ben McAdoo trying to get some momentum back for this offense.
Now you have Beckham down low against Trufant, a matchup that I think the Falcons are happy to have rather than him on Alford.
Back to throw. Pressure from Beasley. Manning knocked away. Is it loose? Is it a fumble or is it incomplete? I don't see a signal yet. Donnell has it.
Good as a fumble.
So Beasley punches it out. Donnell has it.
And Beasley's going to beat Justin Pugh, gets that ball out. Now the interesting thing, they rule it a fumble on the field. Is that hand coming forward? The Giants snapping it quick. They're going to take the first down.
That's unbelievable. So a play that goes bad. Donnell recovered enough for a first down. And they get the play off before Dan Quinn can decide to challenge it or not. Let's see.
You see, usually the empty hand coming forward is considered a forward pass, but you talk about clock management. Wise thinking by Eli Manning getting up there to snap the ball before they could review it.
Sure was. That might have been overturned. Close play nonetheless, and the Giants benefit. Now a second down. Handoff. It's Vereen. That big day the former Patriot has had, and he's got plenty for a first down. Down to the 46 for Vereen. Game break time. Let's check in with Mike Hill. Actually, we'll hang on because the Giants are getting to the line real quick. So another first down for the Giants. Under 10 to play now. They're up 3. Manning hits Jennings right over the middle. And Rashad taken down pretty quickly on the play. Japalo Bartu on the stop. Just a 3-yard game. Jennings is pretty quiet today. There's 8 yards rushing.
And I think what intensifies that is it's just Shane Vereen's presence is felt. I mean, it's palpable. When he's on there, they're more explosive. He catches the ball, you put him in space, he's going to make somebody miss.
We'll give it to Jennings here, though. And this time he's got a seam. Jennings cut down just shy of the first. Going to be about 1.5 yards shy. Phillip Adams made the tackle. Now a 3rd and short coming.
You've got to credit this offensive line of the New York Giants with Flowers having gone out. Pugh shifts out to the left tackle. He got beat by Beasley earlier, but on the whole, he and Jerry acquitting themselves quite well on that left side.
Dwayne Harris in the game in the slot. They call it a 3rd and a short 2, and now we get a timeout. And the Falcons are going to call it. Atlanta calls a timeout. That's their first. 8:53 to go in the game. Giants with a 20-17 lead over the Falcons.
Today's game is sponsored by the all-new Audi A3 e-tron plug-in hybrid. Plug in and take names.
Here's the big play. This was ruled a fumble. Larry Donnell on a 3rd and long recovered it, and it worked out beautifully for the Giants. We got word from L.A. Mike Pereira that he thought it was a fumble. Meanwhile, this big 3rd down, a big play by Bierman, the 2nd big play he's had. And that stops the Giants, and now it's a tough decision for Tom Coughlin. You are kind of in range, but it's a really long field goal.
Croy Bierman showing up big for the Atlanta Falcons, unblocked. That's again, we talk about the Giants beating themselves, and the Giants doing a lot of nice things, but you cannot continually keep beating yourself. Donnell doesn't get off the ball. Don't know if that was his man, but Croy Bierman making him play.
They're going to punt. Brown's longest kick of his career is 58 yards, but he hasn't done that in a long time. As a Giant, his career long is 53. This would have been 56. So they'll punt. Bierman, 2 huge plays in this half. Weems lets it go by. Oh, Dwayne Harris gets down, and Atlanta is going to have to go the whole length of the field here, as they're going to down it at about the 2-yard line. So good special teams, but Falcons D holds. They're down 3. 8 minutes to play from northern New Jersey.
Well, you see the impact of special teams. Dwayne Harris beats Jalen Collins singled up, and they pin him back on the 2-yard line. Tremendous special teams effort from Dwayne Harris and Brad Wing, the punter.
Falcons football down 3 from their own 2. Play fake. Ryan, all kinds of time going deep. Julio Jones, he caught it! He was just trying to prevent an interception, and he caught it!
Wow. An old teaching point in the NFL. When in doubt, throw it up to your best player. Julio Jones, my goodness. Ill-advised throw by Matt Ryan. You look at that effort. That is phenomenal by Julio Jones. Unbelievable.
I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that.
He looked like go-go gadget arms there.
My goodness. 10th catch of the day for Jones. 18 yards and a 1st down. Here's Devontae Freeman. Not much in the backfield. Quickly that time was Kerry Wynn. I mean, at first I'm thinking he's just trying to knock that down because that looked like an interception, John.
I mean, watch this. If you're Brandon Merriweather, you're saying, what just happened? He gets sucked up on the play action. He turns his head thinking, I've got an interception. Not so fast, because Julio Jones climbing your back, and he's got longer arms than you do, and he can jump higher than you can.
Jones in the slot this time on 2nd and 10. Ryan over the middle. Freeman dropped it. That's the 4th drop today from Atlanta, and now a 3rd and long.
You know, we've seen it happen to Preston Parker this year. You drop a ball, it gets in your head a little. You're not so sure. You're not free and easy. You clutch up a little. Devontae Freeman, typically sure-handed, has dropped 2 now today.
Roddy White will go to the top of your screen when we show it, John. He doesn't have a catch today. That hasn't happened since 2006.
Julio Jones down at the bottom of your screen.
On 3rd and 10, blitz coming. Ryan steps away into it. He's got a completion to Hankerson and a huge play. Converting on a 3rd and 10. It's a 20-yard gain, and the Falcons keep it going.
Well, credit the Falcons offensive line on this play, because you look at all the time. Hankerson doing a nice job of finding the open space, continuing to work for Matt Ryan. But watch the offensive line, the protection. They bring 4. Matt Ryan's got room to step up. He works the pocket well, finds his open man, and delivers it with authority.
6:01 to play here. Falcons ball, they're down 3. Fake, look out, pressure, and a big sack. Ryan had nowhere to go. It's Robert Ayers.
Really turned into an impressive football player. Robert Ayers, they try to get him with the boot action. He's going to be up here. He doesn't fall for it, gets to the level of the quarterback. Matt Ryan has no chance. Good football. Robert Ayers has become a professional in year 7. They thought he was a bust early in his career in Denver. Not so fast. He came to New York, and his skills are starting to show on the field.
He was an 18th overall draft pick, and he said, My immaturity, I was not ready for the situation. Ryan, Julio Jones takes a hit by Landon Collins, and he doesn't care. He still makes the catch. He's up to the 47, and Jones has picked up 18.
It's just a beautiful timed pass, and this is what happens when you don't get hands on a guy like Julio Jones. You allow him a free release. Matt Ryan throwing the football on time. They're going to come down with balls like that.
3rd and 4 for the Falcons. Ryan over the middle, incomplete. It was knocked away by Merriweather. Game break time. Let's check in with Mike Hill.
Falcons fans, you get to see this at least twice a year. Panthers and Texans. Look at Cam Newton. Look at this run. Superman up and over. The athleticism didn't stick the landing, but still got 6. 17-10 Panthers still starting the 4th.
Panthers are never pretty, John, but they always find a way, don't they?
They find a way. Ron Rivera does a heck of a job, as does Cam Newton. And what a play by Brandon Merriweather.
Huge.
A big question mark, the safety position for the New York Giants. Merriweather making it a strength rather than a question mark.
Harris to receive. Almost slips again. Far side. Room. Dwayne Harris. Big return out across the 35. Dwayne Harris sets up the Giants with a big return, and now the Giants up 3 with 4.5 to go. Their football. Beckham says, let's go. Week 2 continues later today on Fox, and for some of you on CBS. And we've got tonight, of course, Sunday Night Football on NBC. Finishes up with Monday Night Football on ESPN tomorrow. Jets and Colts there. Good one here. Giants up 3, their football. 4:24 to go. Handoff to Andre Williams, and he's not going to get much. Fascinating here. Here were the Giants on Sunday night, up in a similar situation with, 5 minutes to go. And they failed at really running time off the clock. How do they handle it now?
This is eerily similar. I mean, the time's almost the same. You got 4 minutes. The key is right now, everyone talks about the last play. I go back to the plays before. They snapped it way too early. Use the clock. Let the whole thing run down. Milk the clock. Make the Falcons use their timeouts and move the chains. That's the most important thing. They moved the chains last week, but they did not manage the clock well.
So let's watch the play clock here. Falcons have 2 timeouts left. Get it off at 1 second. They throw it to Donnell. He tried to stay in bounds and does. So a good job by Donnell, but now you got a 3rd down. You got to convert.
Now a fine line. You could see it almost prohibited him from getting any yards because he was so concerned on not getting out of bounds.
Atlanta calls timeout, so they're down to 1 timeout left with 3.5 to play here from MetLife Stadium. Now you can talk about time management and clock management and all you want, but if you don't get this, convert this 3rd down, well, then it doesn't really matter.
Moving the chains. I mean, Brett Favre was a guy that I competed against that was incredible. And later on, when I was broadcasting, he said, just get the first down. When you get the first down, everything falls into place, and it's so important. And here we are on a 3rd and 7. We'll see if Eli Manning and the Giants can convert.
Manning today on 3rd down, 8 of 9, 123 yards. This will be a 3rd and 7.
We'll see if they give Vic Beasley extra attention with Donnell up there at the left side. Remember, Justin Pugh in for Eric Flowers. I bet Donnell's there to chip him.
Beckham on the top of your screen. Play clock at 1. Boy, they didn't get it off. Unbelievable. So talk about their clock management, and they don't get it off.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Can't happen. Just as simple as that. Can't happen. You had a stopped clock, and you still can't get the play off. Now the percentages go down drastically from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 12. And Coughlin exasperated, as well he should be.
Now a 3rd and 12. That was on a Falcon timeout. Play clock at 2. Get it off. Coming near side, and the catch is made by Jeremy Davis, a rookie. Immediately tackled. That situation rears its ugly head again. The Falcons will get the football.
It's a poor sequence. I don't know who's to blame, but just inexcusable at this level to have those type of things going on, particularly when it just happened last week.
Falcons have called their final timeout with 3:23 left on the game clock, so they're going to lay it all on the line on this drive. And now all eyes on Brad Wing, who has had a good start to his Giants career, punting the ball directionally. Remember the Falcons, no Devin Hester today. He's their all-pro returner. Eric Weems is back to return this punt. Low snap. Wing gets it off. Returnable. Weems. And he's up to about the 30. So Wing has a bad snap. Picks the worst time of the day for his worst punt. And now the Falcons have plenty of time. No timeouts left. But 3:12 to go. The defense holds, and now it's on Matty Ice. Can the Falcons come back? They've got 3+ to tie it. We are back. Giants offense gives it up. More confusion on the play calling and the play clock, and now it's the Falcons. 3:12 to go. They're down 3. Blitz coming. Matt Ryan over the middle. Freeman in traffic hauls it in, and he picks up 11 and a first down.
Well, you've got to credit Devontae Freeman. We've chronicled his couple of drops on easily catchable balls. There he catches one in traffic, knowing he's going to take a hit, and brings it in.
Matt Ryan has been tremendous in late game situations. In fact, as you just saw that graphic since he came to the league, nobody better.
Julio Jones, top right.
Ryan back to throw. Steps away from pressure, still alive over the middle. Jones catches and gets crushed right at the 45. They give him about 4, but the clock is running. No timeouts left for Atlanta.
Robert Ayers just substituted into the game, but he's been getting worked on the sidelines. The Giants' best pass rusher, and they don't have many, so it's critical that he's in there.
Thomas Dimitroff, the Falcons GM, looking on. Atlanta trying to get off a play for the 2-minute. Blitz coming again. Ryan steps away again, throws again, off the helmet, and incomplete. It went off of Unga's helmet. And there'll be 1 second left for the 2-minute warning. So bring up a big 3rd and 6.
You've got to hand it to Unga. He's been filling in for John Beeson at a really tough position, middle linebacker, and he's performed well in the first couple of weeks.
It's 4-down territory for Atlanta without any timeouts, although they do have the 2-minute warning. Blitz again. Ryan steps up, fires. Great catch by Hankerson. He's not touched. He gets up, still running inside the 40, and a first down to the 38 and a 17-yard gain. And now we've hit the 2-minute warning.
You talk about self-inflicted wounds. Landon Collins, you're not at Alabama anymore. Touch the man down. This is the NFL.
Giants trying to hang on.
The Giants continue to hurt themselves. Landon Collins right there. Came from college football. You got to tag him down. 7 extra yards. That's going to play big when it comes down to kicking a field goal or not to tie this game.
Giants up by 3. 1:53 left. Falcons 1st and 10. No timeouts left. Ryan going to go deep for Jones. He's got it. Touchdown. There is a flag. Far side of the field. Hang on.
Defensive holding, not going to matter. What a throw by Matt Ryan.
Holding. Defense, number 54. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
You're going to bring pressure against the Atlanta Falcons. You got to deal with leaving Julio Jones one-on-one outside. Prince Amukamara doing his best to hang with him, but Julio Jones just has too much skill. And Matt Ryan, you just can't throw it any better. One of the best deep ball throwers in football. It took a while today to get to it. They finally do at a critical juncture in the game.
The ruling on the field of a touchdown is under further review.
I mean, they have to look at it because of the time of the game, and they look at everything. But we'll check again to see if he indeed got in, see if the knee went down for it went in the end zone. They'll look at it too. Oh, that one might come out, John. We shall see. Review. We're back in a moment. And actually, we're going to keep it here for a second.
You know, you could almost contend it might be better for the Giants if it is a touchdown, because then you have the 146. If not, I think the Falcons would milk the clock a little bit and then punch it in.
Let's see. Can't really tell there. That angle gives you nothing. Let's try this angle. Well, let's go to L.A. Mike Pereira is watching. Mike, what do you think?
I think you piece shots together here and you look at the right knee that you see hits there. You know, I think clearly he is down short of the goal line. Then you look, if you're looking at things, to see, make sure that he's going to the ground. Does he maintain control of the ball when he hits the ground? So that aspect of it he does also. He keeps control of the ball. So to me, you reverse this, put it down short of the goal line, and it's 1st and goal from the 1.
Now, Mike, Prince Amukamara touches him prior to him going down. So is the contention that he does indeed?
Correct.
He's the one who forces him down?
Yeah, so he gets touched right there in the back, and that's enough to put you down by contact at that point.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. So if it comes out, John, let's say...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field has been changed. The runner was touched down by contact at the 1-yard line. Therefore, the ball will be placed 1st and goal at the 1 on the hash mark closest to the Atlanta bench. The game clock will start on my signal.
See, so that's critical. The game clock will start. And so I think New York would actually be wise to call a timeout once the clock starts. Save as much clock as you can.
Yeah, Giants have all 3 timeouts left. Falcons, now they're in control, even though they're the ones down by 3.
The Giants can run 25 seconds right here. 25-second clock. You can run 25. I would not let them. I'd call the timeout right away.
Falcons bring in Tyler Columbus. The Giants have a goal line stand in them.
There's the clock going. They've got that 25 seconds. And the Falcons going to use every bit of it.
Yeah, they're going jumbo package here. Freeman, the tailback. Freeman's got it. Pushing forward, shy of the goal line. 2nd down. The Giants, I'm assuming, will use a timeout here, and they do.
Now, there's no way you think that Matt Ryan said, Devontae, don't score.
You know, I don't think that's happening, John.
I think everybody studies everybody in this league. We, in fact, asked Matt Ryan, do you learn anything? And he said, look, we're constantly looking at situations. Dan Quinn actually shows us highlights around the league to look at situational football. And my goodness, I mean, this is just, we said it before the drive, eerily similar. The Giants mismanaged the clock again, and now the Falcons on the 2-yard line looking to go in.
Still the Giants are the ones with the lead. 2nd and goal. Run it again. Freeman fighting forward. Touchdown. Can't even see him in that heap.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown.
And because of that scrum, there's no way that's overturned, because you just can't see it from any angle. Too many bodies around him. So the ruling on the field will likely stand.
Yeah, I think that's pretty impossible to overturn. I have no idea if he's in or not from looking at those replays.
The ruling on the field of a touchdown is under further review.
All right, they'll look at it here, see if they can confirm it one way. If it holds, the Falcons will jump into the lead. Big review. Giants up by 3 for now. We're back in a moment.
Well, remember, ruled a touchdown on the field. You can see Devontae Freeman's right knee going down, but there's just no perspective with all the bodies around him as to where the ball is at that point.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field must stand. Touchdown.
And why that language? Because they can't see it. You know, he might not have been him. It's just there's no way to see it in that scrum. The replays are not definitive. So the person with the best view, the guys on the field who made the call. And so that touchdown gives the Falcons the lead.
Unbelievable, Kevin. Up 10 again in the fourth quarter. Eli Manning fumbles in the red zone going in, holds on to the ball. Huge extra point to make it a 4-point game. But the Giants just killing themselves for the second straight week.
Matt Bryant to put him up by 4, and he splits the uprights. It's the same game with a couple of different plays. It's amazing. The only difference is that this time the Giants have a little time on the clock. They have a chance. Last week they had no chance because Dallas won it with 7 seconds left. Now they've got 2 timeouts in 1:14, so they've got a chance.
They have a shot, but they should never be in this situation. This was their game, much like the Dallas game, and the only way you lose it is to give it away. They're in a position right now. Julio Jones made a great catch, but here's the key play. Eli Manning going in, holds the ball too long. Croy Bierman, a great hustle play. Would have been. Instead, Matt Ryan comes down, scores. Now they can't, after an Atlanta Falcons timeout, they have a delay of game to make it 3rd and 12. Self-inflicted wounds have killed the New York Giants. And Matt Ryan, when you got a player like that, he's going to make you pay, as will Julio Jones. They do on the deep ball that leads to the touchdown.
Jones, a career-high 13 catches, 135 yards. That play was a touchdown ruled on the field, and they looked at it, they put him back at the 1, but they eventually scored. Arthur Blank's Falcons trying to start the year 2-0 under the new coach Dan Quinn, and Tom Coughlin is trying not to see the same movie twice. Bosher will kick it off. He's been booming them out of the end zone routinely first 2 weeks of the year. And this time, boy, did he he didn't hit the ball. It blew over, and I think he pulled back from hitting it. Giants going to come over and pick it up, but the whistle did blow. Can you imagine that?
Did Parcells just open up the tunnel? It's like the old Meadowlands. He's in the house.
Wow, there's an infraction. We will reset and re-kick.
That's a great line. Boy, I tell you what, give Bosher a lot of credit to pull back there.
It's like Tiger Woods when a photographer snaps a shot.
All right, so Bosher will try it again. This time he gets a leg into it. High and deep. And out of the end zone, the Giants will start on their own 20 with 1:14 to go and 2 timeouts. Hey, our guys have been hanging out on the red carpet all day. Tonight, after the final scores are in, the biggest stars come out. The 67th Emmy Awards. It's live on Fox. Andy Samberg hosts the biggest night on TV. Don't miss the 67th Emmy Awards live after America's Game of the Week. And it's right here on Fox. So here we go. Chance for redemption for Eli Manning and the Giants.
Well, Beckham Jr. has had a huge game. 7 catches, 146 yards. But his only 1 catch for 7 yards in the second half.
That's him in motion, number 13. See if they can get back involved. Man, back. Throws high and incomplete.
Plenty of time, really, with the 1:09. You have the 2 timeouts. Plenty of time for the New York Giants, but this Atlanta defense, can they hold up as the offensive line give Eli time? And you got to catch the football when thrown to you.
4-man rush, pressure. Manning gets it off, looking deep down the sideline. Here comes the penalty flag. Odell Beckham Jr. making it happen, and Alford was all over him.
Pass interference, defense, number 33. By rule, the ball is placed on the spot of foul. Automatic. First down.
I'd like to welcome those of you watching the Steelers beat the 49ers. We've got a game down to the wire here. And you see the penalty on Alford.
And the question is, Kevin, we've seen that matchup all day. Odell Beckham Jr. took Robert Alford to town. You got to give him some help. You got to put a safety over him. I know that's not their style, but you have to adjust.
Man steps into it, throws, tipped. incomplete. Larry Donnell had his mitts on it, and he didn't haul it in.
Eli Manning has been on point throughout the course of this game. The fourth quarter has been slowed up, and this is a ball that he's got to deliver. Too high over the middle. They're lucky that was not intercepted.
57 seconds to go. Giants have 2 timeouts. That's not the issue. 2nd and 10. Down by 4. Manning. Time. Throws. He's got a man open, and the pass fell short, and his pass catcher fell down. Cunningham.
Yeah, give credit to Adrian Claiborne. Manning had Cunningham wide open, but Claiborne gets there and hits the right arm of Eli Manning just as he's about to release it, which affects the throw and makes it a wobbly throw out of bounds.
49 seconds to go. Giants need a touchdown. 3rd and 10 from midfield.
I'm astonished. Still no help, it looks like, over Odell Beckham up top here.
Manning. Pressure. Down he goes. He gets rid of it at the last second. Penalty comes out. O'Brien Schofield delivered the pressure, and now they'll talk to see if a Giant receiver was anywhere near that pass. If not, it's grounding, and it's a loss of down.
Definitely within the pocket, so no protection. You see the twist, the rush right in Eli's face. And who's near? Preston Parker is in the vicinity, so I think they should pick that up. It's O'Brien Schofield who puts the hit on.
Yeah.
I think with Preston Parker there, that if that's going to be grounding, that penalty should be picked up.
Big call from Brad Allen here, second-year referee.
There is no foul for intentional grounding as number 15. The 15 was in the area. However, there was illegal touching by number 74 of the offense. That penalty is declined. It brings up 4th down.
That's on Jeff Schwartz. So a good job, though, by Brad Allen. Jeff Schwartz reached out to try and catch the ball. So now it's a 4th down. Game on the line right here for the Giants. 4th and 10. Man, back to throw, steps up, throws, incomplete. He was looking for Parker. It was a little short. The Falcons will take over, and they will win this game.
Well, Tom Coughlin and Eli Manning are going to have some sleepless nights again because they had this game in their grasp. Preston Parker, who has struggled to catch the ball throughout the entire season, the first 2 games. He ends with a drop, and it's only fitting for the New York Giants, who have literally, Kevin, given 2 games away. Too hard to win in this league, particularly when you give the other team the game by clock mismanagement, by drops, by holding on to the ball too long. Just bad play by the New York Giants, and the shame is they played so well at times today.
You know, it's one thing when you have a game like they did in Dallas and trying to move past it, but when you have the same exact thing happen the next week, boy, that's going to be tough to deal with. Meanwhile, Dan Quinn in his head coaching debut here in his home state of New Jersey for a Falcons team that won only 6 last year. They're 2-0.
Credit to Dan Quinn and the Atlanta Falcons. They stayed in it. They kept playing, and they said, all right, you're going to help us out. We'll get back in this game. And eventually they've got too many weapons, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, that they're going to make you pay if you allow them to hang in, and that's exactly what happened.
Falcons come back with 14 points in the 4th quarter to beat the Giants 24-20. Falcons 2-0, Giants 0-2. For John Lynch and Pam Oliver, I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Now time for the State Farm Game Break. Here's Kurt Menefee in L.A.